Hi everyone, I hope you all are keeping safe and healthy and staying in isolation at home. I hope you enjoyed my previous videos on photo editing and post processing. It's mainly targeted towards wildlife photographers, and even today's course, I like to teach some of the basic techniques, like easy techniques which I use in my day-to-day work. It may not be the technically correct way, but I like to see how I can make the life of my fellow photographers easy. So what I'm going to do today is teach you how I sort my photographs before I upload them into the computer. So it's very important because nowadays our space in our PCs are limited. So therefore I need to show you how I manage and pick and choose which image I want to use and want to keep. It's very important, and these are things which normally people do not talk about, but being selective in your images is very important. If you're taking a series of images of one sighting, are you going to keep all of them, or are you going to select which are the best, which are the sharpest, which are the most aesthetically pleasing, which are the most practical to use? Because some images you may have a sentimental attachment to, but the thing is sometimes your space is limited in your PC, and what happens is most people just keep clicking during the trip, a wildlife trip or excursion, and they end up just saving everything on the computer, and then years go by and they don't even go through them or look at them or use those images, and they just use a lot of space in your computer. So what I'm trying to show you is what I do in my camera before I transfer the images to the computer. So I hope it's helpful. Stay tuned for more updates. So let's move to the video. Okay, so here you got my camera. I got some raw images saved here from my last trip to Kenya, and let's see how we sort them out. So you switch it on. This is a Canon 5D Mark III. Then if you go to display button, you can see I have several images, and some of the same thing, same sequence, and sometimes when you're taking wildlife pictures you get very excited and you end up saving, or like you want end up almost clicking at every moment. So the thing is, what I'm trying to teach is how to sort out and how to differentiate between a good shot or a keeper, as you would say, and what to discard, and the easy method to do that. So what I do is I do it on the camera itself, right? So what I do, I go to the menu, and in the menu, as you can see, I'm sure in Nikon and Sony as well you have this option. You go to an area where there's an option saying protect images. So I go there, click protect images, and then I select the button saying select images. Then I can select what I want to keep and what I want to discard. Now when I'm going through this, what I normally do is I would discard photographs where the leopard's face, for example, is in the shadows. I zoom in just to check, and I would discard that. This is also in the shadows, but maybe I want to keep it. So I just click this set button and select it. As you can see on top here, it's protected. So I go about selecting. It depends on what you want to save. So I just say I select what I want, and I'm very picky on what kind of shots I'm going to keep. So it's just something I would advise you, and it's quite easy to use the wheel on the camera to select what you want to save, like this. So in this scenario, as there are several sequences, I might select the ones where the light is best. This is useless, so I'm not going to save it. So as you can see, these shots are worthless. So I'm trying to tell you not to save shots like this, which are blurry or absolutely make no sense. So I go around through my whole database. Maybe just keep one of each sequence, not 3 or 4. So just you have to be very picky and choosy on what you want to keep. And this is a shot of a server. So I normally zoom in to see the sharpness before saving it. So this has taken a very low light. As you can see, it's 1/20, which is very low shutter speed, right? So I save all of this, whatever I need to save. Then I go to menu, and as I've saved what I protected what I want to protect, I go back and go to erase images. And here, when I select this, all the images which have not been protected will get deleted. So I'm just going to do this now because I've already backed up all these images on my hard disk, and all images except protected images. That's what it says. And I do this. So then only what you have protected is being saved. So it saves a lot of space, and even during your safaris, I would recommend you using this technique. If you have only 1 or 2 memory cards and you do not have your laptop to back up, you be selective in what you save, and you delete everything else. So sometimes I notice it's like going one by one like this and pressing the delete press and keep doing that is quite tedious. So I prefer going here and protecting them one by one and then erasing what I don't want. So it's a bit faster, more efficient, and I hope that it's useful to you as well. So hope today's session was useful, and please do hit the subscribe button and also leave your comments, and do inbox me if you have any questions. So this is Rajiv signing out from Wild Exposures. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks. Bye.